Now, I'm not saying that the world is flat, and I'm not even going to say that the world is round or any of these things, because if I say one of these things, automatically, I'm just opening up the studio, the studio, automatically, you guys are going to be putting me into a box, into a bracket of people that have such and such beliefs. Wait, let me just open this light. This light just turned off by itself, which was kind of odd. Anyway, none of those stuff. I just want you to watch this whole video and then form the conclusion by yourself. That's all I want. Literally all I want. And so, me making this video right now, there's a big chance what's going to happen. I'm going to start the recording, by the way. There's a big chance what's going to happen is that you'll see on the bottom of the video, there's going to be a note. Is the camera good? Tell me, Habibi, is the camera good? Well, I forgot to even say my intro. Hey, cutie, how are you? Hey, little biscuit, how are you? There's a big chance that you'll see under this video a disclaimer that says the flat earth theory has been disproven. It's been going on since ages. And so the only true idea is the heliocentric model. As you can see here, I was actually doing a bunch of research on just what I was doing research on this as well, which is kind of interesting. Bunch of research on everything that I wanted to talk to you about, and I didn't finish it just because I'm like, Habibi, I'm just gonna make the video and just tell you straight up what the things are, because this is I feel like this is one of the most important videos I'll ever make, and this is probably one of the videos that I'll make that is gonna get banned. So if you're watching this right now, that's good. That's good. Is the Earth actually flat? Is the Earth a globe? What do I think? First of all, I don't think anything. So don't be saying Muhammad is a flat Earth believer. He has a small mind. It's important to know the speaker. So for me, I've graduated from university, a pretty decent university actually here in Canada, with a biomedical degree. My degree is actually sitting right there, just so you know. Biomedical degree. And the reason why I'm saying that to you is because I was once debating with a guy, even though I hate debates and I don't intend to ever get into debates. I was talking to this Muslim guy, by the way, and he was telling me, no, it's not flat. And then he's like, Muhammad, what did you even graduate with? I'm pretty sure you've graduated from criminology or art or. I'm like, no, Habibi, I've graduated from with the biomedical degree. And he was just stunned. He was like, what the heck? How come you think the Earth is not a globe? Key point: Earth is not a globe. That's the key point. The second thing is that I used to be a big believer into globe Earth to the point that when I was in Oman, my grandpa, he once took me, my grandpa passed away, but may Allah bless his soul. He took me to a library, me and my brother, and I picked up a book, literally, a textbook. I picked it up, by the way, this is psycho-cybernetics, it's not the Quran. I picked it up and then I started reading it, and I'm like, my brother, right? His name is Mu'ayyid. I'm like, Mu'ayyid, look, this has so many facts about the sun, about the earth, about space. This is so interesting. So I didn't have a phone back then, but I was trying to memorize everything. And I still remember, I don't think my brother remembers the excitement, but I was actually kind of excited. I'm like, the sun is this distance away. The earth rotates this much. I'm like, these facts are so interesting. So I started writing down everything. So I've researched a lot ever since I was young. And back in Oman, by the way, because I came from Oman, even though I'm not Omani. Back in that country, which is a beautiful country, I was 10, I think 10, probably younger, but now I'm way older. Well, not super older, but way older than 10. So I was doing a lot of research back then about this whole thing. And I used to obviously be a believer in the heliocentric model, but now I just want to tell you, I've graduated university. Most people, when they graduate, they don't read anything. So you see the books, I read a lot. And I have a bunch of books in my phone that I read a lot. So I actually read a lot, and I research a lot. And I like to question things, right? So this is the speaker that you're dealing with. You're not dealing with someone who's going to make stupid edits, add a loud song, and show you different edits about the earth is flat, they've lied to you, look. They show you the most dumbest things. And then the Flat Earth Society, they're just like, we have a bunch of members all over the globe. that's a joke that they use a lot. What I'm trying to say to you, Habibi, I am not someone who is not educated. That's the first thing. I've taken my education from government sources, and I started taking also my education from other sources. Just researching a lot on the internet with an open mind. and also from the Quran. Other religions as well. So what I want to do in this video, I don't care how long it is. If you're getting bored, it's okay. Just keep watching. Plus, why would you get bored with me? You know what I mean? But anyway, so I've taken a bunch of sources, and I'll just be presenting these things to you. Don't worry about my beliefs. Don't worry about anything. But we'll just get into it. So why is this whole video important? Why is it important for you to see? Because by the way, there is a bunch of questions that you'll go through, and I know all the questions that you'll go through. I've went through all the questions. The very first thing you'll say is that, why does it matter, bro? Stop wasting time on this issue. Will this help me make more money? Will this help me pay my bills? This won't help me with anything. So why are you spending so much time researching about this stupid issue about flat Earth and about globe society, about just those things, right? And the thing that I want to say to that, this right here. The earth and the sky, if you're a Muslim, it was mentioned in the Quran around 842 times. 842 times in the Quran, which means that this creation of the earth and the sky is a big deal. This is something that Allah has made, and Allah has talked a lot about this creation, which means if you had the wrong idea about how Allah created the earth and the sky, and what shape is the earth and the sky, and all of that, it'll show that, like, if you truly have proper understanding, you'll understand a lot of the ayat even more. You'll have more of an appreciation to the Quran. My friend, who is very religious, when I told him about this whole issue first, well, I didn't tell him. My other friend told him that I'm a flat earth believer, even though, like, again, forget about all of that. He told him I'm a flat earth believer, and he was like, stop taking your science from the Quran. And he's a very religious person, and it just made me think, I'm like, bro, this is the word of Allah. How are you not going to be taking your science from the Quran? If anything, all the sciences that are important are in the Quran. So that's the first thing. Like, it's important because it's the creation of Allah. So it's important to know what this creation of Allah is, and what are you also living on? You not caring about what are you living on is just you not, basically you saying, I don't give a crap about the truth because I'm only worried about my own little life. That's the first thing. The second thing is that this is one of the most insidious, new word I've used, lie you've ever been told. Truly. And I'm not talking about the flat earth, I'm talking about the globe. The heliocentric model. It's the most insidious lie you've been told of all time. And you'll see exactly why. I just want you to listen with an open mind. And don't make judgments before you finish the whole thing. If they lied about the very thing you're living on, and I'm not going to say who they are, even though I'll tell you who they are. If they've lied about where you're living on, can you imagine what else they've lied on? That's the thing. That's a big thing, actually. Second thing here. I said that if the scientists or NASA or the West, the mainstream people, if they started claiming that the Earth is flat, if they literally came out right now, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, all these people that claim to be scientists, even though they're just entertainers, if they come out right now and then they start saying the earth is actually flat, you will start seeing a bunch of Muslim people. They will go back to the Quran, take all the ayats, and they will just be like, look, guys, the Quran, such a beautiful book, 1400 years ago, predicted flat earth, and now you guys are just catching up to us. And that just shows you guys have no personality. This just shows you guys have no balls. Like, you're serious? When the authorities, they come to you and they're like, oh yeah, the earth is flat. Here's all the proof that it's flat. And there's a lot, by the way. Now you're going to come and be like, yeah, the Quran talked a lot about this whole thing? Bro, where's your freaking testosterone, man? Where's your belief? Where's your yaqeen? You don't believe in the Quran if you don't believe in it before everybody else believes in it. And this is a big deal. It's a big deal. What's happening with most people, they claim that I'm the one that does this. What's happening to most people is that they're bending the Quran to the standards of society. So they're using the society as the yardstick when the Quran is the yardstick itself. So the standard is the Quran, not the other dum-dum stuff, not the scientists, not those people that show they have authority. Also, by the way, this whole lie is going to open up your mind to the point that every single authority that you see, they'll just crumble within your mind. And the moment this happened to me, you literally become like a free man. You're just like, The only judge is Allah. There is no other judge. So that's the thing, okay? And by the way, there's a lot of shuyukh, a lot of scholars, Muslim people that believe that the earth is a globe. I'm literally telling you right now. So me saying this whole thing is a big deal. It's literally a big deal. Do I care that it's flat? I don't give a crap, by the way, bro. I literally don't give a crap that it's flat. All I care about is that this issue, that you don't use the Quran as the standard, as the yardstick, and you're using other sources as the yardstick, and you don't have the balls. Like if the Quran says earth is flat, and it does say that, a lot of people are going to be like, they think it's backwards thinking just because they're like, this doesn't fit with society. That's the second thing also. The other thing too is that, by the way, even if I'm like, even if it says that the earth is an egg shape, you're gonna go back to the Quran and be like, yeah, see, it said the word egg shape here, which is so stupid, man. It's so stupid. So again, you see how deep this issue is right here. So we're gonna be starting off with the proofs. So I'm gonna be giving you secular proofs, logical proofs, not religious proofs, and then I'll give you religious proofs. Some of the proofs we have, by the way, if you see any amateur video, and I'll show you some videos, any amateur video of a balloon or a rocket or a drone, any of these things, the more they go up, like the higher they go up, the more that you just never get to see the curve. And let me show you, I'll show it to you just so you can understand what it is. Oh, and by the way, before I even talk about everything, understand also the only reason why people disbelieve or they start making fun of flat earth stuff is because they haven't truly studied the whole flat earth stuff. I've studied both things, by the way. I've literally studied both things. But the only reason why immediately you disbelieve and then you think it goes against the religion to say that it's flat is because you haven't truly studied the flat model. Once you study the flat model, you'll see it's the only model that actually makes sense. The only model that truly makes sense. So there's this video right here, right? Most videos that you'll see from NASA or government agencies, what they do is that they use those fisheye lens cameras. And then if you're using fisheye lens camera, obviously it's going to be making everything spherical. It's going to be making everything curve. So like even the windows, by the way, the windows that you see in the airplanes, they're all just mostly like concave windows. So they make everything curve. Even if it's not curved, they make it all curve. But then if you see right here, right? So this right here is an amateur balloon, and as you can see, it's like most of it is just flat. That's all it is. And the other thing too is that as the balloon is going up, right? As the balloon is going up, shouldn't the entire Earth, like, shouldn't you not be able to see the Earth also like expanding? Like if it's actually a globe and then it's curved, as soon as you take your head out, like you're supposed to like take your head out and then see the horizon, and the horizon is supposed to be like this. Do you know what I mean? But here it's like the more you go up, the more it's just gonna keep going. Like the Earth, the land, it's all just gonna keep going. So this is what I mean, right? Like as you can see, it's like first of all, it's all like it's basically horizontal. All of it is just horizontal. The fact that you see like videos of the horizon being horizontal and then the horizon being curved, no matter what altitude, by the way, here they claim it's 15,000 feet, but I don't know if it's actually true. The fact that you see both curve videos that show curve and the videos that show like pure straight line, like that shows inconsistency with the horizon of the Earth. And if there's inconsistency, then you can't just take one of them and believe it, or even the other and just believe it. So then the people that come and then they're just like, oh, but look, the camera is showing that it's like it's curved. You can't believe those people. And also, yes, the people that are showing us like, look, it's straight line, it's horizontal, it's flat. You still can't believe those people. Here is basically the difference. So then you see NASA, they show you this with the eyeball. What is it called? Forgot the name. The fisheye lens. And then this is with an amateur balloon. Again, the fact that there is inconsistency within it, it shows you it's like why is there an entire portion of the population believing that this right here is true? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why are you guys believing that this is true? And also like the flat Earth people, why are you guys believing that this is true? Literally nobody knows. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get to you. There's literally no proof in this whole globe Earth model, the entire actually heliocentric model. But the other thing I wanted to show you is this thing right here. Now again, man, if you'll see any video that's trying to prove flat Earth being correct, it looks like it's made by like a 6-year-old. But I want you to focus on this video right here, right? So look at this video. So you see so this right here is the flat Earth model, and this right here is the curvature model, right? The globe model. As the balloon is going up, right? If it was truly globe, you should be seeing this effect right here. So like as you go up more, you shouldn't be seeing the land also like still being level and rising with you. Like the more you rise, if you keep seeing land coming up and up and up, it's like it just shows you this whole thing is just straight. There is actually no curve. This is what I'm trying to show you. This is the second thing. So the first thing again is that you won't ever see an actual curve like this only through NASA or governmental agencies, space agencies. But like when you use like an actual camera, this amateur made by a person like me or anybody else, you'll never see the curve. The other thing too is that the horizon is always rising with you to the eye level. But if it was a globe, it's supposed to like you're supposed to like look down and be like, oh, there's the horizon right there. Plus, from the word horizon, it's horizon, horizontal. So it's like this. That's the second thing. Third thing is that if you actually look at water, right? Water. So let me just show you this. Also, I was going to show you like flight paths, right? From Sydney to Chile. So water, flat Earth, flat Earth, man. So if you look at this picture right here, right? So you'll never ever see water doing something like this or like this. Like let's just say the world is actually globe, right? Water is always acting this way. But then why are they coming sometimes and showing not sometimes, all the time, they're coming and showing you this ball that you're living on, and then when you're looking at it, the water is just curved. Water can never curve, Habibi. Like look at it through physics. Have you ever seen water being curved? Why do you think they use water as a way to see it's like is the thing level now? Is the thing flat now? So no matter how far you go, by the way, water, water through its physical nature, it can never curve. It's impossible for water to curve. Like it's impossible for water to do something like this. Water is always going to be doing something like this, no matter what surface that you put it on. Now it's so funny because most people when I say that they're like, oh yeah, but if you put it on a globe, water is still flat. Then they think that proves the globe Earth model. But bro, like understand what I'm saying. Look at water here, right? It's always level. Water here, it's always level. Water is always level. So then when they show you like these pictures, right? Let's just see. Globe, Earth. When they're showing you the pictures, all of a sudden now, like what are you doing? What why are you showing water like being curved and stuff? And then they come and then they say they're like, no, but this is at a large scale. Because if you put yourself here and then zoom in, what you'll see is that yeah, it's still level, but the more you go up, the more that it's going to start getting curved. And I just showed you, like, no matter what altitude high up you go, it'll always be level. It'll always be flat. So water can never curve. So that's the third thing that you should know. Now the only issue, by the way, here's the thing, right? The Satanists, the Shayateen, they'll never come and then say. By the way, I'm showing you these proofs because I want your brain to like start thinking a little bit. Just start thinking a little bit. But they'll never come and show you a lie straight up. So me saying it's completely flat, that's not true. Just so you know. Me coming and saying it's completely globe, that's also not true. The true model is this. By the way, because even like you saw me, right? I was searching up flight paths. Flight paths on a globe, they all make sense. You might think they don't make sense, but they actually all make sense. Because some people they're like from Sydney to from Sydney to Chile. Why can't you just go? Let me see if I have like a proper example. By the way, this is always CGI, just so you know, which is kind of it's all CGI. So like, look, this is Africa. So Australia is somewhere here. On the other side is what's it called? Chile. So then they're just like, why can't you go from like in one flight from Sydney to Chile? And they're like, yeah, it doesn't work because the globe Earth model is not right. But then what they're talking about is that they're talking about the map, which is this one. So like this map right here, which is a very false map, by the way. But this map right here that we all used to follow, in order for you to go from Australia to South America, it doesn't even work. Like you can't just go like this, and you can't just go like this. Just doesn't work. But then when they show you the flat Earth map, they're like, see, you just go in a straight line, so it works. But it also works on the globe Earth model. So why does it also work on the globe Earth model? And because what they did, right? What they did, map, flat Earth map, is that all they did is they took. So this is the flat Earth map, right? Not this one, but like this right here. By the way, every military they all use this map, which is so funny. What they did is that they took this map and they just turned it into a globe. So they made Antarctica here and the North Pole here, and everything, all the continents are just here. So the same flat Earth map is the same globe map. So they're the same. They're all just the same thing. So the flat earthers that say, "Oh, look at this map is all correct. The globe Earth map is false." They're both right, bro. They're both right. It's just this one is flat, that one is a globe. But the false, because why do you think pilots they use this? By the way, pilots use this. Hitler back in the day when he was this guy right here. If you watch his like they when they were making the plan on where to throw bombs and stuff, they were using the flat Earth map. So this map it's being used by everyone, and it's the same. But the thing is, Habibi, they took Antarctica and they put it as the South Pole, but there is no South Pole. That's the thing. There is no South Pole. It's like north is right here, right? But if you're trying to go south, you'll go here. You'll basically try to exit, like you'll go out of the map of the Earth. So there is basically an ice wall surrounding all the continents right here, and so it basically the actual flat Earth map or the actual world map it looks like this. That's all. That's how it looks like. Just like this. This is the entire ice wall. You'll see there is like a bit of a curve, right? Like there's some points where they're high, some points where they're low, but that's basically how it is. So then what's the lie? What's the thing that I'm trying to tell you here? I'm trying to tell you the heliocentric model is false. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, what is the heliocentric model? The heliocentric model is the model that claims that Earth is a planet and it rotates around the sun. And then they came and then they're showing you all these images to further convince you that you're just living in a sphere, in a ball that's floating in space. That's what they're trying to do. And I'm here to tell you that that is false. Like, listen, if I ever wanted to take control of a population, let's just say I'm trying to take control of the entire North America. What I would do is that I would be teaching, basically, I would take the map of North America, turn it into a ball. So you'll basically have a ball that only has North America, no other continents. And I would be showing this ball image repeatedly to everybody else. Like to all the kids when they go to school, they'll only be seeing this ball image of North America to the point that they won't even know there is like land on the outside. They won't even know that there is like another continent called Europe, another continent called Asia, all these continents. You wouldn't know that they're there. Why? Because I just took everything and I just turned it into a globe. So I basically limited your thinking. That's what I did since birth. And this is why this issue is so big, just because you've been taught this issue, and I've been taught this issue since birth. So if someone comes and like tries to destroy this image in your head, you'll get severely hurt. And I told you, like I used to be a big believer in this whole thing, and I would study this whole thing. But this whole thing is the entire lie behind it is that they state that we're revolving around the sun, but that's not the reality. The reality is that the sun is revolving around the earth. And if you want proof, go outside, look at the sun. Is the sun the one that's moving, or is it you the one that's moving? Do you even feel yourself rotating that fast? Because that's what they claim. They claim that you're rotating that fast. You don't. And don't be coming here and telling me if you're on a train and then you have like a cup and then you still wouldn't feel it, like you wouldn't be shaking. But what they're coming and telling you, Habibi, is that the earth accelerates and decelerates. If I'm in a car right now, or even in a train or in a plane, you ever been in a plane? When it accelerates or decelerates or changes direction or just moves, things also move with it. When it's like at a constant speed, then things don't move with it. But they're coming here and then they're adding more to the lie, saying that no, we accelerate and then we decelerate, and the earth is just rotating around itself. And you'll understand, by the way, why they made this whole lie. Another thing as well that most people usually make fun of the flat earther people, they're like if the earth is actually flat, doesn't that mean this, are you basically saying that if you keep going one direction, you'll fall off? So then they say, how is it possible that if I walk in one direction, I'll actually end up back in the same spot? Because you do end up back in the same spot. Here's why, right? So the thing is that when you walk from east to west, if you're walking east to west, you'll actually end up back in the same spot that you were in. Only if you walk east to west within the east to west direction. If you go north, you won't reach the same spot you were in. If you go south, you won't reach the same spot that you were in. Another proof, by the way, is that like if I have a water bottle right here, right? Shouldn't water have a container? And if it doesn't have a container, it's gonna start falling off. So Earth actually does have a container. The entire ice wall is the container. So this is literally containing the entire water of the world in. But then they come and they start telling you about gravity. They're like, no, gravity is the one that's holding the water down, and that's why water is like it's not falling off on a globe model. But if gravity is so strong that it can hold off the entire water, shouldn't it also be able to hold down a small little bird? Like, why are birds able to fly? If gravity is so strong it can hold the entire water, bugs shouldn't even be able to fly. And it's because even the definition of gravity, the one that they gave you, like look at the definition that they give you on gravity. So the definition of gravity is that gravity is a fundamental interaction primarily observed as mutual attraction between all things that have mass. So basically, if this has mass, things are attracted towards it. That's the thing. Okay, then why is the bird not like being held down by the gravity? Especially because the mass of the bird is way lower than the mass of the like of everything else. And it's because gravity is not the thing, bro. The thing is the law of density. So if I take this and then I drop it, why did it fall? Because this is more dense than air. So this whole thing about gravity, they changed all of your definitions. But the only reason why they brought this whole definition up is because they want you to think about the fact that you're actually rotating around the sun, and that's why all the planets, they all revolve around the sun. That's the thing. When in reality, the other planets, which is the stars, they're all rotating around the Earth, and that's the beauty of it. Now you're gonna come and ask me, what's the point of even knowing this? Why would they come and hide this? The reason why they come and hide this is because, again, like, you know how they tell you you came from monkeys? They want you to believe in that. They tell you that the Big Bang Theory is the true thing. They want you to believe in that. Now they're telling you that you're living on such and such because they want you to believe in that, because all of it is all shaitanic agenda. They want you. Shaitan came and then he was like, I'll change the creation of Allah. Shaitan can't come and change the creation of Allah just like that. So it's going to basically change your ideas about the creation of Allah. When you actually know when you truly know what the creation of Allah is, you will come to a point where, Habibi, you'll come to a point where you start knowing how to live more in the world more harmoniously. You understand, people back in the day, they had way better minds and technologies than us, and this has been shown in the Quran too. Like Allah says, the Qawm Ad, Qawm Thamud, Qawm Fir'aun, all of these people, all of these nations, they had such level of advancements way better than us. If these nations saw how we're living our lives right now, they would literally be laughing at it, because they knew how to work around in the world. They knew how to use the world. And you know what? Free energy. Free energy. Do you know why they're hiding the whole flat earth model, or they're making you believe in the whole globe earth model? You understand there's free energy within the world where you can just plug into this free energy and get free electricity, free Wi-Fi, free wireless things. That's what Nikola Tesla was trying to create the entire time. And that's why they built the pyramids at the time of Fir'aun, and also Qawm Ad, that al-Awtad, the ones that have like the pillars. They were building all these things to gain free energy from the world. So how does this whole free energy work? Because that's the thing, when you understand the true reality of the world, it's going to open up your mind so much. So here's the thing, right? What if I told you right now that the sun and the moon, sun is positive, the moon is negative? What does that symbolize? Why do you think the water on earth, the seas, why do you think they're all salty? Have you ever seen this thing called an electrochemical cell? Let me show you this thing called the electrochemical cell. So in order, like, this is something I learned back in university too, which is kind of interesting that they were teaching this. If you have a positive charge and a negative charge, and you have salt, like the salt bridge, and water, you can extract energy. You can see like the voltmeter starts moving. You can extract energy. You right now are living on a battery, within a capacitor. That's the word, I believe, a capacitor. If people knew that there's actually free energy within the world, every company start becoming bankrupt. The companies that have the big money, they're all going to be becoming bankrupt. This whole thing about dinosaurs used to exist back in the day. Why do they want you to believe that? Oh, because we have limited resources within the earth, and as a result, oil is limited, oil is scarce. When in reality, oil is the most abundant liquid, as abundant as water. That's the thing, man. By the way, this is like a well kept hidden secret within the entire oil industry. You see people within the oil industry, they're like, this is truly a secret. The people at the top of the oil companies, they know that. They're like, yeah, we know that, but we gotta like we use marketing tactics to put a price on this liquid that's very valuable. But again, bro, it's unlimited. And so this whole thing about free energy, right? Again, you have a positive charge, the sun, a negative charge, the moon. Then you have the salt water around. So the entire atmosphere within the world. That's why they say the ether is the one that's up above. There are civilizations that knew how to extract energy from the ether and use it to the world. So this is what Nikola Tesla was doing. Nikola Tesla, so this is the thing, right? Nikola Tesla tower. This guy created this tower by studying the pyramids. So when you're looking, you ask yourself, like, why is there a bunch of pyramids? Just shook the table. Why is there a bunch of pyramids all throughout Earth? And it's because all of them were extracting energy from the ether and then using this energy to wire up the entire continent. This is the thing. Shaitan came, started creating, because there's no new idea under the sun. Shaitan came and started taking all these ideas about wireless energy, and then they started building these phones and this internet and this Wi-Fi wireless things. But this the way that Shaitan came and built it is that the 5G, right? It harms you. So even if you're next to your phone and you're sleeping next to your phone or your phone is getting charged, you're getting radiation that harms you. The wireless true free energy in the past, the one that they used to use, just like the one that Nikola Tesla was able to actually create, and that's why they killed him. This energy, not only can it be wired like within continents, but it doesn't harm you. If anything, it benefits your body even more because it's coming straight from the ether. So this is the thing, like you understand that you're living in a world right now where everything you touch it harms you. The clothes that you wear, they harm you. The Wi-Fi harms you. When in reality there was a world because people knew the reality of the world that they were living in. And they were able to extract all these beautiful like gems within this world that Allah has put us in and create all these beautiful technology to the point that it didn't harm them. It advanced them. So this is the Tesla tower. You have like a Tesla tower, and then you will be able to like just bring energy to an entire city. Again, like ask yourself these questions. Why was like all the three pyramids in Egypt, why were they all aligned with certain stars? Why were they like built in such a way? So these pyramids were generators. They weren't tombs of kings. So if you just there was like I think it was Mercury. I forgot the elements, but you put like a certain element at the top, and then once you have this element, then you'd start powering the entire thing. And the pyramids they were made from granite, which is like like an element that's very conductive, so it can conduct electricity easily. And by the way, going back to the whole capacitor thing, so again, two polarizing forces, the sun and the moon, and these two forces they power the earth like a battery. And this is why the ocean is salty, and it's because the water. So if you just look at water, right? Water right here, it has a permeativity of at least 87 or 80, which means that water has the ability to store energy. So you understand, like you're living in a place on Earth with unlimited energy, unlimitedness. Now, do you think why they came and then they started making you think it's like, oh, you're living on a ball floating in space, you're insignificant, you're just like, it's all just, you could say capitalism or whatever the word is, just to squeeze you, man. To squeeze you, make you pay taxes, make you do all these things. And I'm pretty sure this video is going to start getting demonetized or just taken down. So then what does the actual Earth look like? Again, they wouldn't lie to you fully. They wouldn't just be like, so it's a globe. It's literally a globe, but it's flat within the globe. This is literally how it looks like. You have the sun and the moon. They rotate around each other, right? And there's a ceiling, literally like a ceiling, which is the sky. And this is all in the Quran, by the way. A ceiling, which is the sky. Beyond the ceiling, there is water. So even this whole space thing is fake. They want you to believe in space to put more ideas into your brain, more hope into your brain about like, oh, maybe we're building life on Mars. We're gonna find life elsewhere and stuff like that. When in reality, life is not vertical. You don't go look out like vertical to see more life. If you want to see more life, go more horizontal. And so you would see this is like this is a representation of what the true earth that you're living in. So even though you might see a curve, there obviously like mountains curvy, there's obviously curves, but the whole thing is not a globe. The whole thing is not a globe. And so again, now you're asking yourself is like, why would they lie to us about us rotating around the sun and all that stuff? And the sun is so far when in reality the sun is not even that big. Bigger than the moon, yeah, but it's not even that big. It's actually pretty close, and it's within the glass ceiling, which is the sky. So then why would they want you to believe that we're rotating around the sun? This is why. Allah created Adam, and as soon as Allah created Adam, who got mad the first? The devil got really angry. What did the devil say? The devil said that to Allah. He's like, "You made this being from earth, from clay, and you made me from fire. I'm better than this guy. This guy's from clay, dirt. I'm from fire." Now, Shaitan comes, convinces an entire nation, an entire population to rotate around the fire. Do you know what the word sajda means? Sajda, sujud. Sujud doesn't just mean you put your head in prostration and that's it. Sujud means that there is a starting point, you go past the starting point and you come back to an end point, which is the starting point. That's what it is. So if you're always rotating around something, that's why we do sujud constantly throughout the day, because we're rotating around a certain thing. And this is why also Allah says in the Quran, like the sun and the stars, they do sajda to Allah. Do you think the sun is literally like doing sajda like this? It's not literal sajda. It's just because the sun goes around and then it comes back straight from where it started. Goes around and then comes back. That's what sajda is. And so this is, by the way, a law within the universe. Even your body. Your body's always renewing. You are always going and sleeping, recovering. So there's always something like a that's happening. Recovering, sleeping, resting. There's always re. So the sun is doing rotation around the earth, coming and going, coming and going. This is the sajda. Now they want you to believe the earth is the one that's going around the sun, and the sun is just like this. Then what are you doing? Unknowingly, you're worshipping the fire without even knowing it. Like, did you really think back in the day when people used to worship the sun, they used to just do sujood like this on the sun? Did you really think back in the day, people when they used to worship idols, they used to just do sujood on the idols? Are you okay, bro? Who polluted your mind so much? Go and do proper research. These people, they didn't worship in a way where they just put their head down like this and that's it. This is just some images that you've seen in the movies, and then you're like, oh, that's what worship is. That's not what worship is. Why do you think I always say only keep Allah in mind? If you're keeping other things in mind, you're worshiping those things. Those things are constantly being rotated within your mind. So when people used to worship Allat, Wal-Uzza, Manat, with all these things, right? Especially Qawm Nuh, like all these people, when they used to worship these things, they knew who Allah is. There's not a single person that does not know who Allah is. Everybody knows who Allah is. Everybody knows there is a creator. But what most people are doing is that they're putting all their hope, all their thoughts, all their attention on something else. And this is what's been happening here. They're making you put all your attention on the sun to the point that you don't even know how the true world works. And it's crazy because nowadays there's actually people that are coming out and realizing the free energy exists and they're harnessing it. I'm literally gonna start. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna start harnessing free energy to the point that most of you guys are even gonna be shocked. You're gonna be like, "What the heck? This is unbelievable." So much so to the point that even when you understand all the elements, what does copper do? What does iron do? What are all these elements that Allah has blessed us with that are all within the Quran? You understand all these sciences, they're all within the Quran. All of them. Past generations, past civilizations, they all knew about this. Nowadays, we're coming and we're thinking we're the most advanced nation when in reality we're the least advanced nation. Because you have such twisted understanding of the entire world and how the world works. Do you see why this issue is so important? Do you see why every single authority within the world, they've built all their authority through lies? Now, okay, let's look at Quran. The very first thing I want to show you is that there's two ayat in the Quran that people use. People like, I don't know if he actually use it. A lot of people. I think even this guy, all these people, man. And it literally breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart because I'm like, you're only saying it's a globe because that's what science says. Why didn't you start thinking by yourself. Go beyond the science that you're constantly, literally worshiping. Think for yourself. Is it truly flat? Is it truly globe? Make your own conclusion. But then you see most of these people that are educated, like Dr. Zakir, have nothing against them. Muhammad Hijab. I don't know what Muhammad Hijab said, by the way. But all these people, what did Muhammad Hijab say it's flat? I don't even know, bro. But they say it's a globe because they don't know any better. They haven't studied the actual model of Earth. On top of that, by the way, like if it's truly just a quick word, if it's truly a globe, right, and you're praying toward the Qibla, where are you praying towards, man? Let's just say, trying to look for something globy. Let's just say this is this right here. Is this even? No, you know what? I actually have something right here. This thing, right? Let's just say this right here is the Earth. If you're here and then you're praying towards the Qibla, which is here, do you face this way or do you face this way? Because both are right. Both are right. Like again, you're here. The Qibla is here. Do you face like this way or do you face this way? Or even do you face this way? Because they're all, or this way, they're all going to be leaning towards the Qibla. If this is so, why aren't you praying towards four Qibla? Four Qiblat? Like, use your mind a bit, Habibi. And it's because that's not the true world. The true world is that it's flat. There's a dome over it, so it is a globe. And then you're here and you're praying towards one direction. That's it. And I'm going to address the whole thing that says, no, but Ibn Taymiyyah said, or Ibn al-Qayyim, all these people, these respected scholars, and I respect these scholars, they're like, they said that the earth is a globe. So why did they say the earth is a globe? And again, I'll show you ayat about globe earth. I'm going to debunk, first of all, the ayat that say, oh no, but the earth is a globe, because look, the Quran right here, it says that the earth is a globe because it used the word globe. Okay, then let's see. Let's see this one. They use this a lot. He has created the heavens and the earth with truth. He makes the night to go in the day and makes the day to go in the night. يكور الليل على النهار ويكور النهار على الليل. This is a big verse that they use because even past scholars, they also use this. And I can't help, bro. I can't help but come and say, like, every time they use this, I'm like, exactly. You're proving flat earth. Dang, bro. So okay, this right here is the flat earth, right? Even though this is not even the true map, by the way. Don't even be thinking it's like, oh, the water's falling down. This is a false map, but I'm only gonna use it because where's the true map? There's no true maps, man. There's literally not even a single true map. Let's use this one then. This one's beautiful. The sun and the moon, they go in circle towards the earth. Allah is saying, يُكَوِّرُ اللَّيْلَ عَلَى النَّهَارِ. Not يُكَوِّرُ الْأَرْض. Allah is saying, Allah makes the moon and the sun go in circles. Not the earth. Like, Habibi, you're not even reading the Quran properly to come and say. So this is the very first ayah that they use. They're like, well, you can't have the night come into the day. You can't have the day come into the night or go in circle if it wasn't globe. And I'm here to tell you, no, on a globe, that's not even what they say. Have you even studied truly what they say about the heliocentric model? The heliocentric model says that here's the sun, the earth is just rotating around it. That's all it is. It's just rotating around it. So, and then again, Allah is saying, يُكَوِّرُ النَّهَارَ عَلَى اللَّيْلِ, not يُكَوِّرُ الْأَرْض. Allah never said يُكَوِّرُ الْأَرْض. This is the very first thing. The second thing is that usually they say ayat about earth being an egg. That's the second ayat. And they only use these two ayat, by the way. They don't use any other ayat. وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. So that's the, and even even this one, which is so funny, they're like, look, this is an ostrich egg and this is the earth. That's not even the true earth model. And this is the thing, how Prophet knew that the 1400 years ago that the earth is an egg. Do you see what I mean? No balls, bro. No balls and no personality. This is not even the true earth that they show you. Look at this and then look at this. These are the images that they show you. These CGI images. Someone took this one and stretched it a little bit, and then they were just like, "Oh, look, it's a sphere. It's an ostrich egg." What are you talking about, brother? Let's just say, okay, the Quran. Because by the way, the word dahaha is not even talking about like the shape of the earth. It's the first thing. It's not even talking about the shape of the earth. If it's truly talking about the earth being like egg shape, if it's truly talking about, let's just say it is. Take this egg. This is gonna sound silly. Crack it. Wouldn't you get this image right here? Like this image right here. This image. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is a big deal because most Muslims, their mind has just been polluted thinking that, oh, the Quran talks about the earth being flat or being globe. And it's because they're scared. They're scared to say, no, the Quran does literally say that it's flat. They're scared to say that because, oh no, I don't want to be thought of as backwards. That's the thing. I don't want them to think I'm backwards and all that stuff. Let me show you some ayats about flat earth. If the Quran is coming and it's saying that the earth is a flat, and then you're coming and then you're just like, no, these ayat they mean this and then they mean that. Why is there so many ayats? And Allah, by the way, Allah has used the word yukawir. So Allah used the word like yukawir, which is a ball or a circle. If Allah used that word on the night and the day, how the night and the day they come like this, like just literally like this. If Allah used that word, that means Allah could have literally used that word on every other time when Allah was describing what the earth shape is like. And you know what's so funny? I'm like, I can't even see this one, right? وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ سُطِحَتْ. Usually in Arabic, they're like, هَلُ الْأَرْضُ مُسَطَّحَةً. They're like, is the earth flat? And they use the word مُسَطَّحَة. Here Allah is saying, وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ. Alhamdulillah. Have you seen at the earth how it is spread out? Spread out. And then people are like, they come and then they're like, no, it's spread out because to the Bedouin back in the day, when you look at the earth, it looks spread out. But now, through our science, through our telescopes, through the satellites, through this, through that, we can tell that it's actually a globe. But to our eyes, it's flat. Allah here is saying, like Allah usually says, like Allah has made the earth for you flat, and Allah did say that in many ayats. But then Allah also says Allah has made the earth in general flat. So you can't even say that. This one right here, right? الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمْ, for you. الْأَرْضَ مَهْدًا. So Allah made the earth like a bed for you. This one you can come and say, yeah, Allah has made that for you only. Like to you, it appears this way. And I'll say, okay, sure. But there's so many ayat, Habibi, that say, الْأَرْضُ سُطِحَ وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ. Like literally Allah is saying that the earth has been spread out. Flat. Not just spread out, but like flat. And then they say that they went on the moon. Habibi, are you actually okay? Then this one. They were like, the circular shape of the earth was mentioned. Circular shape. The earth is literally a circle. It's literally a circle. The earth and the moon, the sun and the moon, they're the ones that rotate. And then they're like, yeah, Allah used the word kura. Kura rotates a sphere. And then, therefore, the earth is a sphere. Habibi, again, Allah saying that the night and the day are the ones that go in circle. Shaking my head, bruv. This issue has led a lot of people, and you, by the way, you won't even find a lot of information about this on Google. You literally won't. So then look at this one, right? This one on Quora. Shuyukh, by the way, shuyukh, they come and then they start saying, they're like, yeah, bro, so look, this is, Allah used the word dahaha, and because Allah used the word dahaha, that means it's a sphere. And it's because, again, you don't know any better, and I don't even blame you. Ever since you were young, this is all that they've been teaching, and you never got the urge or whatever. I forgot the word. Like you never got the inspiration to go and learn on your own what the true model of Earth is, because the same model that I'm showing you right now, everybody believes in it, and it's so hard to go against what everybody is saying. Everybody thinks that flat Earth people are dumb, and it's so hard to put yourself in such a group. They're using the same thing here. The word he wraps like a turban. Okay, like a turban. If you actually look at the true flat Earth model, they literally go like a turban. Literally like a turban, Habibi. So they literally go like this. Not exactly like this, because sometimes, like the moon is next to the sun. That's why you see the moon and the sun together. But it goes just like this. Like this is truly what the world is like. So the dome is right here. This is the sky that Allah has made. And Allah says that the sky He made it in such a way where it has no pillars, and He's the one that's holding it, which is beautiful. It just gives you more appreciation to the Quran. Allah also says that not a single person, not a single being is able to escape this glass dome unless they have authority from us. So then when they come and then they tell you, oh, we've exited space and then we went to the moon, all of that is false. The moon is, by the way, the moon is right here. So all of that is false. That's the second thing. You'll only be able to exit when Allah gives you authority. See how beautiful this is, though? So beautiful. And the ice wall is surrounding the earth. There are some theories that say there are more lands behind this ice wall, and for that one, I'm not sure to be honest because so they put a community notes, right? So this is the moon. This right here is the moon, right? They say within the moon, if you actually like zoom into the moon through a telescope and then see how it looks like, it's gonna literally look like it has the exact map of the Earth, except it has like more land. So like this is the what's it called? The ice wall. This is the Earth. These are the continents right here, like Asia, North America, Australia, Africa, all these. Yeah, Africa. Africa is big, by the way. It's not even small. All these continents, right? And then beyond that, they're like there's way more continents, and they all look like this. I think they call it Hyperborea or something. And this makes me think, I'm like, what if Ya'juj and Ma'juj, they're within these areas right here? Because these areas are way bigger than these areas right here. And there are hadith that say that Ya'juj and Ma'juj, for every one human being, there is nine Ya'juj and Ma'juj tribe. So if Ya'juj and Ma'juj were truly like Gog and Magog, if they're truly a nation and not just symbolism, if they were truly a nation, and then Dhul Qarnayn, he actually built a wall around them to prevent them from coming, then it could be that they're outside. There are hadith that say that the more that they break this wall, the more that it regenerates. And then if you actually look at it, the ice wall, there are some material within the ice wall that they literally regenerate. I forgot what it's called. It's like the material, it looks blue, almost like they took it from the sky. It looks blue, and then when you break it, it just regenerates. Literally, and that's what they've been hiding from you. So I'm thinking that Yajuj and Majuj are actually outside and they're within these huge lands right here that no one no one talks about, which is kind of so by the way, every civilization, again, every old civilization, like the every Babylonian, the what's it called, the Egyptians, Ad, Thamud, all of them, they knew, like they've drawn things like these, all of these, even the Islamic one, to show that the Earth is here, and then there's like a dome over it, so it's flat. That's what they show you. But then NASA comes and they're like, no, 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 it's right here. By the way, this is my friend. And people call flat Earths dumb when they don't even question where the heliocentric model crafted by the Jesuits originates. Globalists are the most fluoride contaminated syndromes. I love this guy, by the way. This guy's cool. The second thing I wanted to show you as well, which is probably the last thing, is that there are a lot of people that say Ibn al-Qayyim used to say that. Ibn al-Qayyim and every other scholar back in the day, when they come, they looked at these ayat and they're like, oh yeah, it's a sphere. But why are they saying it's a sphere? You understand the time that those scholars used to live? It's almost like the same time that you're also living in right now, which is the West controlling the world. The Romans, the Greeks, they were the ones controlling the world. And this entire idea, it came from those people. The same people, by the way, that created all these sports that distract you. You play with what? With a ball. Every sport with a ball. The same people that created those sports for distraction, they also created this whole model about heliocentric model. It's an evil model. An evil model. Claiming that you're living on a ball. Why? Because of Baal. Claiming that you're not worshipping, you're rotating around the sun to make you subconsciously worship it. It's an evil model. And for those of you that don't have the eyes to listen, the minds to think, I don't know what's going to happen to you, bro. And every sheikh is, by the way, my sheikh does not believe this. I hope you know that. My own sheikh, the one that I love, he doesn't believe this because, again, they don't, I mean, I guess they don't have free time. They don't come and then they start doing the research on what is truly the Earth model. Why is there a lot of holes in the heliocentric model? So I'm hoping this video right now, like, don't just take my words for it. Go on your own. Don't just also research from Google. Go read books, unbiased opinions. Read both sides. Both sides. I've gone through both sides. And if you're thinking, why is this important? I just showed you why it's important. These are the creation of Allah that we're playing with. And then when you truly understand what is the creation of Allah, how is it truly made, it'll give you so much more benefit because you'll live more in harmony with this world. So again, the scholars back in the day, they used to live in times where the mainstream is coming from the West. So again, it's like they were thinking the same way that our own shuyukh are also thinking. If you have a sheikh that comes and says the earth is a flat, everybody's going to start laughing at him. He might even probably get sent to jail. That's the thing. Anybody that comes and questions this model, they're going to be sent to jail or just silenced. Even this video could probably be silenced. Even though I'm just telling you to go and think. I don't even want you to think it's flat. I don't even want you. I want you to go and research by yourself. Research by yourself. By the way, before I even continue, does that mean I don't like Ibn al-Qayyim, I don't like Ibn Taymiyyah and all these people? No, they were great people, man. May Allah bless them, all of them. Even I think Al-Ghazali used to think it's a sphere. May Allah bless all of them, but they're humans, just like you and me. They're humans. They probably never thought this issue was a big deal. That's why they never even cared about it. But no, Habibi, the whole sphere thing, it's false. Not fully false, because again, go and do your own research. This right here is truly how it looks like. This right here. So a dome, a dome, and everything is just within. That's how it looks like. If you want to see it once again, right here. So again, go read books on your own. By the way, you might ask right now, it's like, you were telling me everybody in the world, China, Russia, Pakistan, US, all these countries, North Korea, all these countries, they all agreed on coming and telling me that the earth is a globe. Like, am I even that important for them to say that? And the people, by the way, they all even agreed that no one touches Antarctica. Why does no one touch Antarctica? Because we don't know. Maybe if you go past Antarctica, there was more land. And there was actually a traveler, an adventurer, forgot his name, who actually went out on these lands, and then he's like, yes, there is more land. A year after, this guy dies and NASA is formed, which is interesting. But yes, Shaitan is running the world. The whole Illuminati, Freemasons, Rockefellers, Rothschild, all these things, they're all just different names for the same being, which is Shaitan. It's just Shaitan. So all these, again, it's like Baal, Baal, same thing, Baal. It's the same thing. They want you to believe you're living on a ball because of Shaitan. So then, Shaitan, yes, he's basically like deceived everybody. Everybody made them think that this is the world that you're living in. Since birth, they've been led to believe such stuff, to the point that now everybody thinks it's like, yeah, this is the only reality. We don't know any other reality. I'm telling you right now, Habibi, this reality, this truth, when they say that the truth shall set you free, the truth shall seriously set you free. Set you free! Free, not three. When you truly know about this, you'll start using your own mind. Understand, no one's ever going to come spoon feed you. You'll start using your own mind and be like, wait, there's more than what I've learned. Especially when you research people that got silenced, like Nikola Tesla, Ford, or whoever, I think it was Ford, destroyed Nikola Tesla's work. Why? Because it was going to go against what Nikola Tesla was what Ford was selling. Ford was into electricity, selling all these things. I believe it was Ford. I think it was the other guy actually. Henry Ford, was it? Thomas Edison. It was Edison, not Ford. Nikola Tesla was making things that don't require electricity. It's just free energy. Wouldn't you think that guy's going to get silenced? And he literally got silenced from a guy who's like a mogul, billionaire mogul, business mogul. So again, think on your own. Go research all the holes within the heliocentric model. And don't believe anything I'm saying, man. Do your own research. Literally zero evidence for the fact that the world is a globe. Hoping this was helpful. I'm hoping this actually opened up your mind. If it is, man, just let me know.